Hello and welcome to the review of Peugeot 308. We will be talking about the design, the way it drives, the comfort, the refinement, and also show you some practicality around the car. In the end, we'll also have some quirks about the car that I found, some little things that make it a nice car and a different car. So let's get started. But first of all, don't forget to click like if you like Peugeot, or dislike if you don't like it. Maybe that's you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and smash that little Tinkerbell button next to it so you will be kept in the loop. So first of all, let's start with the design, which I think outside is pretty awesome. It looks very stylish. It's got this typical signature Peugeot cues with the lights recently with the three LED bars in them. The front also very nice. They tried to mimic a bit Volkswagen Golf, which is not a bad thing, but they managed to keep their own styling, their own approach to that. And you can see it in the rim design as well, which is slightly similar to Golf GTI, but it looks amazing. Inside it's a completely different story. You've got very nice design for the door, for the handles, for all that stuff, and you've got that signature thing, which is the dials are very high up and the steering wheel is very small and very low. You also have virtually no buttons on the center console, which is a new thing for Peugeot, which is trying. Sometimes it's a bit too overkill. They should add some buttons, but that's the way they try to design it now. In the rear, there's a lot of space for adults. Sunroof is in that trim level, which is really nice touch. And all in all, very quality, very nice design of the interior. I like it a lot. I was thinking, what do I think about it when I saw it, and when I tried it, it's really, really good. So how does the car drive, guys? To be completely honest, it's pretty awesome. I never expected that from Peugeot. I don't know what to attribute it to. Probably a lot of it has to do with the Michelin Pilot Sport tires, which are quite expensive and unexpected a bit, but obviously it's a French car and Michelin is French, so maybe they got a good deal. But from the first impressions, oh my goodness, I could easily go into corners much faster than I usually do, and the car just sticks and you just want to push it harder. You just feel like you want to push it harder, and you know that's gonna stick, and it's an incredible feeling when you have that G-force, you know, pushing you out, but the car stays in place. It's really, really nice. The engine doesn't maybe sound amazing, but on higher revs it's actually not that bad. But the driving, the whole experience, the performance is adequate. It's not, you know, crazy, but it's adequate. But the way you feel with that grip and the way everything interacts, like the steering wheel, which is so low, I knew I like steering wheels like that, but I didn't expect it to feel really like a go-kart, like a small tiny steering wheel, or you can have it lower because of that, you know, dashboard dials are so high up, and the steering wheel is like in front of it, so you need to put it lower, but that actually causes it to just feel amazing, you know, in your hands, the steering wheel with the grip, with the performance, which is okay. It's not, you know, it's not crazy, but all this together just like creates this sort of feeling, you know, of a sports car nearly, where you can have a real blast, real fun. I'm really enjoying driving this car. Now, in terms of motorway driving, I don't know if you can hear, I'm doing about 55 now. I'm gonna get it to 70
The engine, you can hear a bit the engine, but now I'm doing 70 at 2000 RPM, 2200 RPM. You can hear a little bit the engine because it's over 2000 now. The road noise, not much tire. This is the nicer tarmac that they're changing now in UK in many places. It's not the coarse one, the bad one. And to be honest, it's quite tolerable. It's nothing amazing, but it's okay. You can't hear the tires that much. You can hear a bit of engine gruff. No wind noise from the mirrors or from the pillars. So to sum it up, guys, it's there are three factors for the cars, how it drives for me. I believe it's more or less universal. So the first thing is the feel of the car, which is basically how fun it is to drive, how nice it is to drive, based on several factors like, suspension setup, the size, the weight, everything. The other one is also important for some people, for most people, is obviously the comfort. So how supple the car is, how how can you go distances and feel the car planted, and basically comfortable to drive. But it's different than the feel of the car, because feel of the car is more about sharpness. And the third one, in my opinion, in terms of how the car drives, is refinement, which is also an important factor based on the insulation, the engine, sound, but that's also connected to the weight, to everything. So with this car, about the feel is really amazing. It's like, honestly, if you ever tried a go-kart session, somewhere, you would feel exactly the same in this car. It's like you hold that steering wheel from the top and you just chuck it, left and right, like in the go-kart, and changes direction rapidly. But that's also causing that's the benefit of being the shorter wheelbase of a car. But that also causes trouble for comfort, because the car is changing direction too fast, like on the motorway, on the faster driving. So obviously it's not something that you want that much on the motorway, where the car should be stable, should be going. So you get a bit more feel, but then you have to give up a bit of that comfort, of that cruising abilities. In my opinion, the best type for balanced driving is a car roughly around 4.5 meters. That's the best balance. But obviously this one is nicer inside the city, especially with the steering wheel, small steering wheel, and the possibility to just chuck it around is simply, I didn't drive a car like that, apart from a go-kart. Obviously there are cars like that, but I tried Mazda MX-5, which should be very similar, and yet it was that bit different. In Mazda you sit lower, you've got obviously rear-wheel drive, and the setup is a bit different. This is like you sit like on a chair a bit, but it's not uncomfortable, it's not too high, it's very good position, but you just like grab the car like that, sort of say, and just drive it. It doesn't matter, this car is for the city, and you can do stuff like like that. You can hear the engine on the higher revs, it's quite nice with that turbo kicking in, but on the lower revs it sounds weird a bit, but it's still fun to drive. It's amazing fun to drive, honestly, guys. You just chuck it left and right, and it just goes and it just changes direction. At normal speed, it's like, today, you don't need a Nissan GTR with 550 BHP, just do what, get a ticket every day, or kill yourself, you know. You can have fun in that kind of car like that. And so let's get to the second part, which is practicality, which in this car is okay, is good for a hatchback. I'm got big door bins on the thingy, very small somehow glove box with some cables over there, so no chance of getting more space over there. Obviously this clean Peugeot new style design, which removed all the keys, all the buttons from the dashboard, which is okay, but sometimes maybe you need something. You've got that compartment there, good for a phone with some USB, with some 12 volt. Then you get to the small compartment here on between the seats, and you can have just one cup holder. Unfortunately, you just open it like that, and you've got the other one as well, which is quite nice, decent size. So all in all, it's okay. This one in the rear, you can get, you know, adult sat down normally, you know, nothing special. You've got some decent leg room behind me. I'm quite tall. I'm 1.8 meter, 6 foot. You've got the isofix. You've got the all the standard, but I like the interior design as well. This is something French cars always get, you know, well, get spot on. And the boot is also very nice. As you can see, it's huge. I could fit here full size airport, you know, luggage, and smaller on the side. So if you need more, you just need to drop the seats. You've got also the through opening for something like ski gear or something. I didn't see here yet. There's no hooks for the shopping bags, but that's okay. And you've got the spare wheel here as well. The biggest quirk is definitely the steering wheel, which is very small, very nice, very good quality. I really love, you know, it's flat bottom, flat, a little bit flat top. It's like an egg shaped, but it's really good in that respect. I really like it. Another quirk is that I was trying to find the how to pop the bonnet, and I couldn't find it, and I found it now, and it's right over there, guys. So maybe that's because it's, you know, right-hand drive car, but if you're inside the car sitting in the driver's seat, it's impossible to see it. It's on the passenger side when you open the door. So that's another quirk for you. Third one is the Peugeot logo here, the button here. I have no idea what it does. When you press it, it doesn't do anything. When you switch the ignition on, let's try it, and I'm pressing it, nothing happens again. I can press the SOS, they don't work either. Let me just switch the engine on. I don't know what it does, it says something.
And another quirk are those indicators, LED style like in Audi, but Audi did them work the same, even the hazard lights, and Peugeot went all the way at least and did them normal. When they're hazard, they blink instead of just, you know, move. Also, the thing I noticed only after a couple days, guys. First I noticed that the armrest slides actually, which is pretty amazing. And after a while I also noticed that it raises, and you can set it in like 2 positions, something like in Audis is popular. and I didn't know that honestly, and I just tried it later and I've noticed really it works and it's really amazing, but it took me a couple days to find this feature.